Hmm. Okay. Well, what is there active to report? Actively, there's a lot to report. I mean, the reason why my title is that it is, there's a lot going on. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and discourage the fact that there is a lot going on. You see, up until today, Uh, Niger is mobilizing itself. After the authorities in Niger announced the mobilization of volunteers due to the threat of invasion and military intervention by ECOWAS, an organization heavily influenced by France and the United States, over 50,000 volunteers signed up on the first day. You see the video from it from yesterday. We saw the video that definitely looked like 50,000 people were there. Uh, It is obvious that the people are with the new military government and are determined to fight to the end. The motivation for the struggle independence for the French occupier is a huge level, and any military intervention by ECOWAS will have huge consequences. Such events in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso will awaken patriotism in all other African nations that are under the French and Western boots. The days of the colonizations in Africa are numbered. I mean, it's already been numbered for a very long time. It's just France holding on to the dear end, right? Zelensky, hello, DV. I wasn't gonna go live today, but then I decided I got bored, and then I decided to do it anyway. So whatever, right? Zelensky's in Denmark today, by the way. Zelensky made a really funny comment today as well in Denmark. He said, "We're ready to exchange Belgorod for Ukraine membership in NATO." Belgorod is in Russia, so I'd say might as well throw Saint Petersburg into it as well. Uh, it's a funny statement. So one other thing that is looming on the front here: Russian security services suggested Putin fires what fires Shogun, impose martial law, and start general mobilization. Bloomberg. Well, I don't know about Bloomberg, but whatever. The media writes that there's a number of Russian security service representatives are advocating for a shift to more aggressive actions in the front lines of Ukraine. Prigozhin may target Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Chief of Staff General Valorov Gerasimov, yeah, remain in their post, but his attempt to overthrow them has gained some support in key state. Yeah. Are you doing Ocean? Key state security agencies. According to two people familiar with the matter, according to 5 people familiar with the situation, hardliners in the security sector want Shogun replaced as a part of the shift to move from aggressive warfare, including full-scale mobilization and the imposition, whatever, and martial law. Martial law, I don't know why they would need to impose martial law, considering that martial law is just a ground. Martial law is basically just grounding for adults. I mean, you stay at home, right? But yeah, we also have from a little bit more of a trusted side, I would say, security hardliners. This is from Fukates News. I can get you right here. This guy, he's pretty legit. Security headlines. Once Russia Defense Minister Shoigu will place as part of a shift towards more aggressive prosecution of the war, including full-scale mobilization and martial law, according to 5 people in knowledge of the situation. Bloomberg. Security hardliners want Shogun replaced as a part of a shift towards more aggressive. Yeah. So I mean, what they're saying here is, I mean, we don't know if this is going to happen, right? I mean, if he's all of a sudden gone, something's about to happen, but if he's not gone by then, you know, no, we don't know if anything will happen. But it certainly seems to be all over the place. Now, a lot happening in the Pacific as well. 55 PLA aircraft and 9 PLAN vessels around Taiwan were detected by 6 a.m. Today. OIC armed forces have monitored the situation and tasked cap aircraft, Navy vessels, and land-based missile systems to respond to these actions. China Shandong aircraft carrier has left Xi'an port for the South China Sea amid rising tensions in the region. China arms Russia in Ukraine. China has sent tens of thousands of shipments to Russia firms since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, the Telegram reported on August 19th. I mean, it's happening out here as well. And there was a statement 11 hours ago from Flash here. Good evening, Stu. Belarus has again continued military exercises with Russia monitoring group Belarusian Hayun, right? The exercises are ongoing at 8 training grounds and will continue at least until August 27th. Belarusian Russian exercises began on April 29, 2022. It will last for 69 weeks, and that is on the 29th of August. So they've been shaping up for this for a while. I didn't know that, but apparently they've been doing that for a while. So yeah, that's what I got from there. Some better conditions of the Ukrainian front. A lot of F-16s are going to be sent to the Ukrainian front. Another thing here, the Volyn direction. This is which is in Ukraine, right? So this one right here is undergoing measures to strengthen the protection of defense of Ukraine's state border. In particular, the number of border guards has been increased. The monitoring of the situation on the other side of the state border has been organized. Combat services and reconnaissance have been strengthened. The commander of the United Forces of Ukraine, right, armed forces. So I mean, that's also, we have some pictures of it there. I don't know if this is from the direct area, but this is how they do it here in Ukraine. They're digging trenches along the way here, where they're walking border guards here, fences and giant walls that's pretty much been set up. I mean, you'd think this picture was taken during the time of the Iron Wall, or in Berlin, right? Or how you want to say it, right? The wall between Soviet Union and the West, right? And that's you'd think that was how everything was going right now. But good news on the front of Ukraine. Although some experts are stating the factor that Ukraine will need more than what they have got now. They will need a lot more weapons and F-16s. They will need at least 100. I don't believe 100. I think 100 is overstated. 100 is a lot of F-16s to fight a war with. Although I do see the implications of it. Russia does not have proper means to burn on the wall. You watched it fall? You were there, Ocean. Were you? God, there's so much I didn't know about you, Ocean. What a man. What a man you are, Ocean. What a man. I didn't know. Well, I mean, that must have been pretty cool. Yeah, in person. I know that, right? You said, yeah, in person, yeah. Damn, that's pretty cool, man. That is actually pretty cool. That must have been pretty cool to see. Another thing here. What was I? Oh, fuck, no, I lost my thread, didn't I? Oh, yeah. 100, you know. Oh, not in person. Oh, you said not in person. You just watched it on the television. All right. But you were alive during the time of when it fell, is what they're trying to say. Well, listen, anybody who was there during that time is legends. I mean, it must have been pretty cool anyways. You're still the man, Ocean. You're still the man. Oh, you was alive. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Other point here is, what was I? Oh yeah, 100 F-16s to Ukraine, right? You try. That's good. Is an overstatement, because If Russia was to fight a war, 100 was, but I don't think these experts take into account what an F-16 is built for. An F-16 is not built for hand-to-hand combat capabilities. It is built for long-range takeout stealth missions. It's not completely a stealth jet. Of course, it's fast and it's durable, but it's built for long-range missions. I mean, that's the point of why you have F-16s and F-35s. They're built for being able to target things far out and still be able to hit the target. Russia does not have proper means to take down an F-16s. They would not be able to. I mean, there's obviously some means of what they could do it. I mean, anti-aircraft guns and all that stuff, but they don't have the direct means of doing what? Yeah, you know. They don't exactly have the direct means of doing it. Holy shit, I'm just losing my thread here. They don't have the exact means to take it down as on the front. I mean, there's anti-aircraft guns and stuff like that. It's quite sparse, you know, because they don't really have that much of an element for it. But that's what, as far as we know of right now. There are some systems that could counter an F-16s, but those are quite sparse and quite hard to manage, especially when you are new troops on the front, which is my point notion. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't seeing like Russia be able to take down even one F-16 would be a miracle. So pointer here, guys, is that I don't think 100 F-16s is gonna be what they need, because in reality they don't need 100 of them. What they need, some systems, yeah. How you doing, Ron? What they need is the implications of 20 to 30. I think 20 to 30 would be wonders. I mean, if they get 100, God be with it, right? That would be amazing. But pointer is they don't need 100 to win that war. They need up to, I would say, the 20-30 or close to 50 maybe. What they need is a continuous supply if anything was to happen. But you got to put maybe 10 of them on the battleground. If they don't get shut down in the next, you know, if they don't get shut down at all, you know that you don't need that many. It's more the question of testing out how many will get shut down. It's literally riding on, you know, it's literally riding on the implications of, it's literally riding on the implications of testing out human lives. What you're saying, right? Because Ukraine has to test their capabilities and the Russians' capabilities. Obviously, you know that the Russians' capabilities aren't great. With Chinese support, there has been some other capabilities which we are trying to look into. I mean, what kind of systems are they going for now? Which is what worries me. I mean, the implications of the systems that they are trying to go for now could be getting into hands of more advanced systems from China. Although I wouldn't say that they are directly advanced, since they are stupid and shit. But you know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, sending these F-16s to Ukraine will be a game changer that could give Ukraine a complete takeover of Ukrainian airspace. And having a complete takeover of Ukrainian airspace means that air-to-air combat or anything like that, or bomb rates or anything from anybody, would be, you know, extremely hard to carry out by anybody. And also being ground forces, being on the ground when the enemy has air force, has air advantage, right, and has taken the airspace, would mean that you are literally standing there. The only thing you can do is hold your dick in your hands and then pray to God, right? Because what else are you gonna do against an F-16s, right? Because if you are the enemy and you don't have any systems to be able to counter the aviation threat, you can't rely on anything to protect you against air ordnance, and you would be bombarded as a continuous event every single second. An attack on Soviet 2 Air Force Base in Novgorod region of the northwestern Russia is visually confirmed to have caused damage, destructions, at least one Tu-22M backfire long-range strategic bomber, with reports that and one other may have suffered minor injuries. Look at that. That is an attack that you can see. I think that right there is a plane. Yeah, I think they're filming the plane there. That look at that. The plane's there. That's the plane. It is gone. It is inflamed. It is up in the flames. Long range, that's good because I mean long range means that they don't need to go into Ukraine to fire it off or near the border of where. But yeah. The attack on base was likely conducted by a Ukrainian special forces team inside of Russia using some kind of quadcopter drone equipped with explosives, which was launched from south of the base. There are special forces in Ukraine. Of course there are. Well, I said, which, I mean, I got bored. I got really bored, and then I was like, oh, shit, you know what, whatever. The Tu-22 bomber, which was destroyed, was part of the 22nd Guard Heavy Bomber Aviation Division, which has been constantly launching K-2 anti-ship missiles against targets across Ukraine since the beginning of the war, which usually results in civilian casualties. Great stuff. Outstanding. Outstanding. Forgive me. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I got bored. Fucking bored as shit. Filming for a Russian Top Gun movie? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that movie is going to be scheduled for 2020 never, you know? Where's that movie going to be out? 2030 never. We tried to get it out, but it does not work. They keep blowing it up. Can you just get another? No. We could get Chinese-made shit, but it does not look the same. I believe that the Ukrainians are close to liberating a town in the Donetsk, Zaporizhia region, as you can see here. I mean, this is some of the talks they've been talking about. I believe this is the town they've been talking a lot about. Has been under Russian control for quite a while, actually. This controlled area right here and this town right here, obviously still, I mean, there's still some places of it. A little bit of a village, maybe more of a village than a town, but still something, right? And supposedly they pushed it back. This is where they're fighting, and this is taken back. This is where they're still contested, right? Or advancements, and this is, listen, this guy's right here. This is basically This is basically no man's land. Right now, this is basically no man's land. There's always in wars a thing called no man's land, and the reason why there is a no man's land is because without no man's land, you would be laying right in front of each other. Which, of course, the Russians and the Ukrainians are, but, there's always like a little kilometer or 100 meters where I would say anybody would really have, where I would say anybody really has what I would say a no man's land. Yeah, thank you. I did. Why? Oh, why am I? Oh, am I putting down nuclear attacks here, or what am I doing? I feel this is like a new function that they put in. We could put down where there's been a nuclear attack, apparently. I don't know. Or maybe just bombing? What? Okay, so this is actually really fun. Deep State had actually evolved a lot during this war. It's been too quiet last week. I mean, the expectations of... yeah, exactly. So, take a look at the Russian defenses here. This is, I believe, the map of the Russian defenses right here. I don't know. I don't read Russian, but I believe it is. You can definitely see where the Russians have dug in around everywhere. You can see this is where the Russians had dug in. And you can see throughout the winter and throughout these long months here where it's really been an extensive network of cutting themselves in. What's most noticeable is this right here, which I've taken a look at before. Now, why would you dig a trench here? right? Unless you're about to know the factor that you are literally going to be pushed here eventually. This is what their expectations are. I mean, they're making grounds, and they're making, you know, small escapes of fortifications all over the place. Well, a lot's going on, Nick. A lot's going on. I mean, this is all across the front. You can see pushing through this amount of fortification right here it's not an easy job. You know, this is not an easy job. You want to go back a bit in the video, Nick? I explained some of what's going on with the whole Niger war and, well, possible Niger war and those mobilization and, yeah. I mean, all I can say right here is that we have reason to believe that Russia, China, and North Korea is working together on doing something stupid, right? But, you know, for any force, this is a quite extensive network of trench breaking. The only place that the Ukrainians know of, and this is why they've actually been pushing in these areas, and people know that, you know, why are they pushing in this area? Because look at this, you know, compared to everywhere else, this is where the least amount of the trenches are. Well, exactly, John. Well, great for you, Nick. Seems like you're some kind of spokesperson or something. Magic. Also, the Russians have ducked defenses apparently in Kharkiv. Why? No idea. I mean, that's one of the things that always weirds me out about the Russians. They always do stuff that you don't really know why the fuck they're doing it until you actually see why they're doing it, which is implications of something, right? But we'll keep an eye on it all. Nothing else at the moment is going on. Well, I mean, that's a hard line, right? Stuff is going on. I don't have any other news right now of the ZNPP appears to be not. Sorry, the ZNPP appears to be fine at the moment. Not heard anything else about the ZNPP from now on or anything. Other than that, I've not heard much else. But yeah. Looking to
with the Republic of North Korea. So the United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea.
So, not to be the most idiotic person here, but that's the implications, Nick. I mean, we still have the idea behind. I'm going to recommend you to go watch the Lukashenko interview and understand what I'm saying. But, you know, China is now helping Russia publicly, sending tens of thousands of tons of everything. They're now posturing up in Taiwan. North Korea is posturing up, and Belarus has just said that they will strike, they will literally strike inside of Poland or any other country that aggresses them because they have nuclear weapons without any warning. And that's, you know, them posturing up as well. China went to Belarus. The Chinese Defense Ministry went to Belarus to say that we are now doing defense cooperation So you tell me, Nick. You tell me. I'll I'll find a link in a sec. I'm waiting for. You waiting for a storm? Is there a storm in California? Now, this is I just want to point out that this is your vice president, who appears to be either drunk or. Me too, Vaughn. Who appears to be either drunk or or on drugs. Because listen to what she says right here, guys. This is your vice president.
States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea.
I mean, I don't know why Twitter is fucking dumb, but it's pauses when you don't,
It is an alliance that is strong and enduring. And today, there were several demonstrations of just that point.
She said, on air, we share a strong and big alliance with North Korea. The Republic of North Korea. And it's an alliance. She meant to say South Korea, to be fair, right? She meant to be South Korea. How the fuck do you mess up saying North Korea and South Korea? How the fuck do you mess up saying South Korea and say North fucking Korea? How the fuck do you mess up that? You have one fucking job. You made a speech that's 20 seconds or a minute long and you fucked it up. How you doing, Nana? How the fuck do you fuck up a speech that's close to maybe a minute long? A minute she spoke and she fucked it up. She didn't even correct her mistake or realize her mistake. I bet she doesn't even know where the fuck North Korea is. What the fuck? How the fuck do you mess up saying South Korea? We have a long-standing alliance with North Korea, she says. No, you have a long-standing and more alliance with South Korea. Since the fucking 50s, you've had a big fucking alliance with South Korea. Since the fucking 1950s, it's been South Korea. You were born during the time of when they were at the strongest. South Korea was all over the news when she was born. And she still doesn't even fucking know. What the fuck? This is the vice president of America. I get making a mistake, but she said North Korea. I get making a mistake, but what the fuck? I mean, Jesus Christ. How the fuck do you make such a mistake? Oh my god, how do you make that mistake? Heard a word after she mucked that up. Nah, I bet everyone was silenced after that. I bet everyone left home. I bet they wanted to censor the fact that she said that. Because why would they show that she said that? That would be ridiculous. How the fuck do you mess up doing that? I mean, that's ridiculous. How the fuck do you mess up? I mean, I'm gonna say it again. How the fuck did you just do that? How in the fucking world did you just do that? That is impressive. There's a plane over Istanbul that looks Russian, but it's not Russian. I reckon it's probably Azerbaijan or something. It's got no name on it or registration or anything. It's just says just NA, which yeah. There is a Russian cargo plane up right now, that's flying over Kazan, or and there's a Russian, guess what? Cargo plane, guess where? Guys, what do you think that there's a Russian... this is a trivia round, guys. Let's do a trivia round, guys. What do you think that there's a Russian plane taking off from? Dun, 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 dun. Yes! What is China? Correct! You got it correct. What is China? Exactly. What is... Where? Yay. And it's not even a fucking normal Russian. This is a fucking heavy transport motherfucker. This one can carry heavy shit. Jesus Christ. Trivia. China. Yeah. Ta-ta-ta! Let's not let her do any speeches in Russian and Ukrainian. Yeah, exactly, guys. You got it right, John, Vaughn, everybody. Y'all got it right. It was China. Ta-ta-ta-ta! That's why our enemies see us as weak. I don't doubt it, Ocean. I think they are. I mean, she sounds drunk as well. But by the way, half of the fucking time. I don't know if you noticed that, but she sounds drunk, or you know. I mean, and that's her excuse for being drunk. What is that? It's probably gonna be like, oh, I'm under a lot of stress. Yeah, I mean, whatever would they? Yeah, I don't think they would be doing anything else, Vaughn. I'll be honest, yeah. Yeah, which you got it first, but I think we all knew internally. I think we all knew it. You know, since the oh my god, it's just how the fuck do you mess up that? Oh my god, where did this plane take off from? Give it a Russian side. Probably took off from the island there. I would bet so. What is that? What's this? Oh, it's a Mil Mi 171, one of the most mass-produced planes in the world. The Mi, actually, I think it's Russian-produced. I don't know. They're very rugged in dependability. I think it's Soviet-made or something like that. Yeah, I think we all knew that. You know what I think she's good at is race baiting. Oh yeah. What she's really good at is saying that if we disagree with her, it's because we're racist. And Hollywood, for example, nowadays, when a black person who makes a movie, right? Don't get me wrong, you know, I absolutely adore some black and African American actress and actors. You know, I absolutely adore Oprah. I fucking love Oprah. You know, and Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart. God damn. The Rock. I mean, The Rock is kind of like on the fence. He's Samoan, right? So is that, you know, it's on the fence, but we'll take it. I don't know. I could probably name some more, but Will Smith, although he's on the fence nowadays. You know. What's his name? Chris Tucker? Absolutely love Trish Tucker. But every time nowadays you criticize a movie with a black actress or actor, they will tell you that you're racist. The Snow White movie that came out, everybody said that it was a terrible movie, and then Hollywood did their thing, the best thing they could do. You know what they did? They said, "You're racist because you don't like a movie with a black actress. Because it's a bad movie, but it can't be a bad movie because he's black." Whoa. She can't be a bad movie because she's black. So it can't be a fucking bad movie because she's a woman and black. You know? Oh my god. You know? Hillary, Storm, and Fires might be their next knockdown. Magnitude 5 quake at Hillary conditions worsen. God damn, magnitude 5? That's quite insane. Sorry, that wasn't even English. Quite insane. God damn, stay safe, guys. There's a Hillary. Is Hillary? Is that a storm? Are you guys saying, oh, Hillary, that's a storm? Alright, I got. Now I saw a video with Hillary's head flying around. I thought everybody was making a joke, but the storm is called Hillary, right? Now I get it. I mean, yeah, listen, you can make a good movie while being black. Don't get me fucking wrong. You know, everybody, there's brilliant movies out there with black actors. But if you put your color in front and then say this is, you know, I can't make a bad movie because I look like this, then it's not, you know, why would you even do that? I mean, that's the same. It might be controversial, and sure, do want to cancel me, but most of the world agrees, okay? And you know, no ideas, you gang. In cats. All right, I think Ocean wants us to go to USGC because he's yelling it. Where's let's see. It's not so much to do with wokeness. I mean, it's really just a reality that there can't be nowadays. You can't hire a good actor because a good actor might be white, and if you hire a white actor nowadays, it's going to be seen as racist because there was a black actress that wanted the role more, and she was famous already, but she was a terrible actor. You know, just because you are a woman or just because you're gay or something like that doesn't mean that you're great at acting. Don't get me wrong, I'm neither homophobic or racist, but I don't like the factor of you putting yourself in front of everybody because you are who you are. But be who you are. I have no regulations against anybody. I couldn't care less who you are. You know, I respect every choice that everybody makes. Don't get me wrong. But I think you put yourself in front of everything just because you say who you are. I mean, everybody's gonna disagree with me, start a whole fight, right? But nowadays you can't say what you want to say, even though I'm being respectful. You know? Don't say that. I have an ant. Campfire. She did come out of nowhere, didn't she? Where's the earthquake live? The C word? Are you guys seeing something? Are you guys seeing something that I'm not seeing? What? How are you seeing something that I'm not seeing? I got the chat on show all messages. Are you guys seeing something I'm not? Please don't swear in the chat if that's what's happened. There's very few rules, you know, but don't swear in the chat. Oh, COVID. Wait, what? Did someone say COVID? I can't say COVID nowadays? What? Oh. Wait, oh. No, I see. Alright. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. No, I didn't see that. YouTube doesn't like the COVID? Alright. You guys are too used to Lee's channel. Goddamn. YouTube will flag me for saying COVID? Alright. COVID. I don't give a fuck. The fuck they gonna flag me for saying COVID for? Again, there's not a fucking swear word. Something that happened. Kind of like me saying earthquake. Is that a swear word? No, it's something that happened. What? What? That's what. Get me to demonetize me. I don't give a fuck. Monetize me, sure. Every channel says a different word for it. Alright, fair enough. Well, let's say a different word, guys. Oh boy, guys. Did you hear about the COVID? Did you guys hear about the COVID? Oh, that was some bad shit nowadays, huh? That's some bad stuff. Oh boy, that COVID stuff it ain't good for you. That's better. I'd say COVID from now on. What's gonna happen to Trump? Nothing. Listen, nothing's gonna happen to Trump. He's gonna be allowed to run for president one more time. He may even get, you know, elected one more time. I don't know, but listen, guys, the whole thing about what's gonna happen to Trump, nothing's gonna happen to Trump. Trust me. You can't arrest those people because they're too big to be arrested. People say it's, oh, but he's already arrested. Yeah, right. What do you think he's gonna end up? Some rich man prison. Trust me, it's not an outstanding line here, guys. Where he's gonna end up is a rich man kitchen, okay? He's gonna end up in a rich man prison where he's gonna play tennis all day if he's ever gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be out within a year, or if he's even gonna go to prison in the first place. Rich people don't go to prisons. Now, let's get the earthquake update here. There's multiple earthquakes, and this is weird for me because it appears to be that there are a magnitude 2 and... Is that following the San Andreas fault? Is that going along the fault? It is. That's going along the fault. I mean, it's not uncommon to see earthquakes there, but it's not gone off the fault, has it? Has it gone off the... I mean, we are about 100 years overdue for this vault to go down, but this is a funny thing here. It is active all the time, right? I mean, it's not nothing major, of course. Well, 5.2 is a pretty major one. There's also one in Alaska, 9.2, but that one down here is what I worry about the most right now. Is that this one down here, which is like what, 5.2, 5.1. Yeah, 5.1. Is that a residential area? It is. It is. No, it's on the road. It's not a residential area, or is it a residential? It's not in a residential. By the way, Ukraine is on red. By the way, guys, and there's air rates going off in our background. There's no. Yeah, it's all right. And yeah. It's nothing to do with free speech America. It has something to do with general free speech on YouTube. There's no such thing as the idea behind free speech. I mean, of course, you can't go around spouting every single word and expect them to respect you. But the fact that they ban people for saying the COVID word, yeah, that's, you know. This is gonna be anything under 7. I'm not sure I got that, but okay. Not sure I understood that, but I get it. I get what you're saying.
Le déploiement de vecteurs aériens.
AN-29 Super Takono light attack aircraft with the Bakunu, Faso, and Mali Air Force has reported to have arrived in Niger this weekend to assist in defense of the country in a case of ECOWAS military intervention. Oh yeah. Would you look at that, guys?
Dans notre pays.
Look at that, guys. Oh, the quakes. Alright. You get it? I didn't get it.
Burkina Faso mutualise leurs
This is the amazing Air Force.
forces avec celles du Niger contre toute forme d'agression contre notre
That's a American-made Hercules back there,
pays.
isn't it?
À travers ce
I mean, listen, this is not a bad plane per se. Now, just because it's not jet-made,
déploiement de
it's
vecteurs
not
aériens dans
bad.
notre
It can
pays,
carry a lot of
le
ordnance,
Mali
and
et
it's
le
quite a
Burkina
powerful
Faso
plane, but it's
traduisent
also,
en actes
again, quite
concrets
outdated
les
as well.
engagements contenus de leur communauté conjointe de solidarité.
This is, one of the things that arrive here in
Major des trois pays
Niger against an attack by appears to be Is that? No, okay. That looks like That looks Russian. That looks Russian made. That one right there. It looks Russian made. This does not look American made. Trainer light attack. Yeah. It's a light attack. Well, yeah. Well, I get. Yeah, it's a light. Yeah. You're right. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I get it. What? My name is Venus Kim. I am a journalist from North Korea. I am pleased to announce that I have a Starfield key for review purposes. So far, I'm not afraid to say that this game... So far, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, guys. To say that this game is the best I've ever played. No bugs in 20 hours. Huge, huge, and fun. Yes. It's amazing. What's that there? Well, I mean, there's, yeah. Pointer is that unless the earthquake is neither in your area or massive, the best options for you really is to stay calm. In any scenario, probably if you're on later on, all right, fair enough, Ocean. Have a good time. You know, if there's any option, anything that happens in this world, you know, your best option there nowadays is to stay calm and really just move, slow movement, unless anything actively is happening. So stay calm, move fast. You know, don't. The biggest problem and the biggest issue that some people have is that they panic and move fast. While moving fast is a good thing, panicking while moving fast leads to the option of where you're gonna smash your head into something, fall over, and be caught in the situation anyways. You know? Also, where are you going? Have you ever thought about where you're going? Stay calm and collected. Now, some people it's hard for, and I get that, because in reality, it is hard for everybody to stay calm during a very tense situation. I'd imagine that anybody in Ukraine at the moment had it very hard staying calm, you know, because of what was happening. And I could understand that completely. You know, I wouldn't say that anybody in Ukraine should calm down, you know, that's a ridiculous thing to say. Because, you know, it'd be hard for people to just genuinely just calm down like that, you know. That's a hard ask for anybody. But the best option for you to, if anything does happen, and this is, you know, me saying this now because we are seeing implications of things that may be happening, stay calm. And remember who you are in all of this, and look, you know, remember who you're with and who you gotta take care of, which is another thing. Well, with that said, okay, so there's a P3 that went offline. We're not seeing a lot of air activity over the U.S. at the moment. I mean, it's Sunday. It's not usually that busy of a day on Sundays. Although this is a lot. You know, there's some training planes up. Some Goldmasters, some Apaches. Transport mostly. There was a P3 in Canada. The Canadian P3, probably looking for or just doing regular surveillance. Other than that, we have two Boeing 767-200 taken off from Honolulu. There you go. That's in Hawaii. We have a Kawasaki C2, which is a surveillance plane, and a United States military Cessna. Alright, so there's some reconnaissance and aircrafts up right now. There's a lot. There's something. There's a lot of skyhawks over to the Philippines, and that's a fire plane right there. Is there a fire in the Philippines? It's still red. It's still resting. Yeah, of course it is. How do you spell the Philippines? Lee. That's how you do it. I know how to spell. It's with 2 P's. There we go. Well, sometimes you just gotta feel your way forward. I'll be damned if I call out the Philippines here. That is okay. That is not a fire. Oh, holy shit! That is. What the fuck was that? No. Where did your message go? What message did you send? Did you send something with a bad word in it? It's rainy season. There are some same as here in Philippines. There are besides other than likely time for wildfire. They say the wind from hurricane fueled it is called BS. There's no hurricane on the radar, but they tried to draw a hurricane path with nothing on the radar. What? Pretty sure that there is a hurricane, but alright. There's a firefighting plane up in the air right now. I don't know if they're just doing exercises. There's a bunch of Skyhawks doing surveillance in the Philippines. That's something. I haven't seen that before. They don't usually do a lot of surveillance or general training, and but yeah. Whatever you can see. There's a Turkish Airbus, a Merlin, and a Explorer from Belgian military. Explorer? What are you exploring? Everything. Oh, what's everything? I don't know. What are you exploring then? Well, that's the funny part. I'm just exploring. You know? If I'm just exploring. So, there's nothing I'm exploring specifically. I'm just exploring. Did you get my implications? Did you get my invitation? Yes, I did. Fair enough. Fair enough. No one times you out. Well, maybe you just gotta resend it, John. Sometimes messages just go away. I don't know. YouTube's kind of glitchy sometimes. What's going on? Nothing. There's nothing going on. Shut boo. Alright. There's nothing going on. Well, are you talking about outside of YouTube, or are you talking about just now? Because if you're talking about what's going on in the world, my answer is a lot. There's a lot going on in the world right now. There's more than just one thing going on. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on. Why the fuck is my Google in light mode? Oh my god, I'm about to throw up. This is ridiculous. Why is my Google in light mode? Good god, no. Can we change that real quick? How do I do that? Oh god, I don't remember how to do that. I gotta do settings and then there's gotta be a light mode kind of thing. There's gotta be something I can do to change the standard of the there we go. Why do I not remember how to do that? Why do I not remember to do that? How do I do that? Oh, I know how to do that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Much better. It's much better. Well, have you tried not dying? Have you tried that? It's actually a very simple process. Just don't die. It's quite a simple process, I would say. Some people say it may not be. I say it is. Well, nodding. Look at the official news here. Okay, so Denmark has decided to donate 19 F-16s to Ukraine. F-19. Not one, not 10. 19. I hate that it's not 20. My brain hates that it's not 20, but 19. I think we've counted out how many we can afford to lose at the moment, but 19 at Denmark alone. I mean, the Ukraine can win a war with 19. I'll tell you that much. And this is just Denmark alone. Netherlands has also pledged, and I believe some. I believe some. England as well has also opened up for that. So count yourself lucky, because Denmark has saved the day once more, and we're so gonna be cocky about it. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, you know, who did that? Who did what? And what we're gonna say is, we did that. And everybody's gonna say, oh, sometimes I hate the Danish. They're always so cocky about things. And we're gonna say, yeah, because we did that. We saved Ukraine. We did that. I can imagine either England or Netherlands or any other country. They're gonna go like, oh, we're gonna do 20 just to do it better, and then they're gonna take the spotlight. But for now, we have the spotlight. For now, Ukraine, I think, loves us the most, which is, glory to Ukraine, Slava Ukraine, and how fitting of me being a Danish person sitting here in Denmark, pro-Ukrainian man here.
Refugees in Poland now carry credit cards. You know.
Here's my issue with there's people in Poland right now that are walking around asking for donations, and see, my only issue is that how do you know that they're Ukrainian? Do they look Ukrainian? Because that girl right there looks just as much as this Polish girl right there. I mean, I get that you have a Ukrainian flag around your shoulders, but I can also just buy a Ukrainian flag and call myself Ukrainian. Go out with a cup. Go out with a cup in my hand and say this is for donations for Ukraine. Do you know the fact that you're Ukrainian? I don't doubt the fact that somebody's probably Ukrainian. These donation will go for Ukraine, but in reality, there's probably people out there that might go for this. Has pledged 5 billion euro in aid to Ukraine every year. Big spenders. Yeah, but Germany, they owe us a lot. Let's be honest, guys. Germany owe us a lot. They still owe us a lot. I mean, the factor is, sure, you look Ukrainian. Can you look Ukrainian? But you look, obviously Polish people and Ukrainian people and Baltics and all that, they don't look very different to each other. They look very similar. But this man right back here, this girl right here could also I could put on the Ukrainian flag. I got black hair. Well, I got brown hair. I could look like a Ukrainian. I have some Slavic background, right? So, my family comes from Poland, right? So, or Spain, I don't know, but we come from that area. Well, I know Spain and Poland is not in the same area. That's not what I meant, but you get it. I think it's fine, but look at that guy right there as well. He's not exactly the type that I would look at and think, oh yeah, that guy looks extremely legit. That one right there, that might be Ukrainian. Let's be honest, they might be Ukrainian, but taking a word for somebody, and I don't know if they are Ukrainian or not. They could be Polish, trying to scam off the factor of people, wearing a Ukrainian flag and calling yourself Ukrainian. Scam off the factor. And how do you know that they're going to use those money for Ukraine? I'm just saying. Call me hypocrite, but I don't like the factor of people going up to me and peer pressuring me into donating. Some people don't have enough money to donate. People speak out on their own, saying I support Ukraine, and that's enough. Peer pressuring people into donating when they don't have the money to donate either, or even have the slightest means of anything, and you're still peer pressuring them, going out in the streets and all that. If all you know, they're out collecting for the rent, exactly. But I mean, I'm not somebody who would say that they aren't Ukrainian, but going up to being the public, I mean, I could publicly donate. I have donated. I have. Yeah, and they also sometimes they go up with an iPad to you. They make you sign up for a subscription. There was an English girl. She was from England. She came here, and then she wanted us. She came to our address. And came up to our door, knocked on the door. Not uncommon. But she came in. She said she wanted to tell me about like a foundation called something. I don't know what the fuck they were called. Some kind of health organization. She said she was working in Ukraine at the moment. At which my response was, well, you're not in Ukraine, so how are you working in Ukraine? And she said, well, I'm working with Ukraine, but I'm here in Denmark trying to collect funds for Ukraine. I see. All right. Well, can I see some papers? Can I see somebody saying that you're working with them? Yeah, sure. I got like a whole thing I want to tell you about. Can I come in? Can I come in and tell you about it? Oh yeah, sure. Let me just let a random person I've never met in my life come into my house and talk to me about a subscription that she literally comes from Ukraine and talk to me. Oh yeah, sure. Let's come into my house, right? No, that's not gonna happen. I told her, can you just tell me here? You're here. That's usually how these donation things work. Is that you tell people there what you're donating about. And then she continues to say, well, I can also just go inside. And then I said, well, I'm not interested in donating anyway, so you're just really wasting your time. And then she played the guilt card, which is what they do. And that's why I don't like, when people go home to your house and ask you to donate. When you donate, it has to be on your own free will, not people that come to your house and either beg you or peer pressure you with guilt into donating. What she said next was, oh yeah, well, listen, do you want Ukrainian children to die? And I said, the money I give you is not going to stop a Russian missile from hitting a roof of a house, killing children. I'm not going to do it. What you're going to use those money for, first of all, you're going to send those money over to, you're going to send half of those money over to Ukraine, but because you also need your salary and you take a tip from it. I know you do. You know, non-profit organizations isn't a non-profit organization. They still get paid to do it. You know, the leaders of the people are doing. They still get paid to do it. Obviously, they wouldn't do it. They don't do it out of their own free will. Nobody does anything out of their own free will. And the factor is, the fact that you get half of the fucking money means that half of the money that you're not going to send to Ukraine also have to go through multiple amount of taxations and all that stuff. I know it's not that right. And then when it finally ends up in Ukraine, if it even does end up in Ukraine without being taken by somebody else or thrown somewhere else or some other organization, I have no idea what it's going to go for. It might as well go for the shady officer that's still corrupt in Ukraine, and then he's going to take those money and run it on his own fucking line stack. Listen here, I get that some people think that people aren't that. People are volunteers. People are great people. I get that she does that. But in reality, you have to fucking wake up sometimes and realize these people are not doing it out of their own fucking free will. They're not doing it because they get paid. You know, they get paid. And listen, there's, you know, and listen, there's a lot of organizations out there and charities that does help you get your money, that does actually deliver your money to the cost that you want it to. And I get that, but that's also usually over the internet where you donate from yourself. You donate for yourself. I don't like the fact that people come to my house and peer pressure me into fucking donating. Either I'm going to donate or I'm not going to donate. The government is donating $5 billion, and you think my, 2 crowns is going to do a fucking difference? No, it's not going to do shit. What the fuck is 100 crowns going to do? What? Give somebody a protein bar? Man, well, 100. You're gonna buy 2 kids a protein bar and say that's a good job? No, it's not gonna. And by the way, I think Ukraine, starving wise or money wise, they're not doing bad. I was pointing out here. You know, they're not doing bad like that. Come on, you know. I'm just saying. It's, yeah, I don't know. It may be an unpopular opinion, but let's be honest. There's a French plane, Airbus, going to what appears to be either Ghana, maybe Nigeria, or Bayan, or Togo. This plane right here is a French Airbus 330, 200, right? Which is passenger? No, yes, passenger. I think it's a passenger plane. I'm not completely sure, but I think it does have windows there, right? It does look like it has a back, that it could be carrying cargo, maybe. It's hard to really point out. Sometimes these things, they carry a different kind of things or anything like that. They could be picking up soldiers or delivering off stuff. I mean, France is obviously moving on this right now because they're also seeing the implications that everybody else is seeing. And if you, by the way, I just want to point out that yes, Ukraine still has shady officers that have taken some of the money that's been given to Ukraine for themselves. And that's not me being pro-Russian. That's me still being pro-Ukrainian, saying that there still is issues in Ukraine. Zelensky has addressed this himself. This is not long ago. 2 days ago, he said, we still need to focus on corrupting some of the officers or people or generals, or not mostly general, but officers and stuff like that. There's still some factions of it. It's getting much, much better. But let's not forget that there was a very corrupt Ukraine for a very long time. Zelensky is one of those who's been actively moving the country towards a very much greater line and has made many big strides towards a uncorrupt government, which doing this war as well has definitely proven to be for coming true. And I believe this war is definitely going to bring them all together again. But yeah, it's out there. It's out there. I'm not anti-Russian. I'm not, you know. Sorry, I mean, I am. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I am anti. Wait, is it? I am anti-Russian. I am anti-Russian. I don't want Russia. I certainly just don't want Putin. I don't know about Russia at all. Its existence in itself, you know. It would be a dream thing to see Russia turn into a democracy, but in reality, that's probably not going to happen. If you ask Putin nowadays, he's still going to tell you that Russia is a democracy, but, you know, if you ask Putin nowadays, he's still going to tell you that Russia is a democracy. Sure, buddy. Sure, it's a democracy. Sure. I mean, listen, if you thought Putin is bad, you have not met the former president. Let's just note here that there is a reason why Putin is in power. The last president, Medvedev, was so fucking insane in his head, and it still is to this day, so fucking insane that he should belong in a fucking mental hospital. Like, you need to go watch just some of the statements that he's put out. It is beyond anything sane, you know. It is so beyond anything insane. I mean, killing wise, I don't think he's a bigger monster, but if he was in power, I think it would. Listen, the nuclear bomb would have flown a lot before. You know, it would have flown about 2 days after he saw that the war didn't go his way. He would have thrown in the nuclear bomb. Trust me, that's the way he runs it. You know, people are like, oh, he probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, he's that fucking insane. He would fucking do that. Like, it, you know. There is. According to two local authorities, drones were intercepted by electronic warfare means in Rostov region and crashed near military units in Kamensk and Novoshakhtinsk. So they were okay. So what you're saying is that they were right. So they were shot down by electronic means and then crashed into the ground, specifically near military ordnance. Right. Right. Okay. I mean, you. What? Holy shit! There's really a lot of shootings today. God damn it. TBD, there isn't any crash involving. There has been, oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck happened in Chicago? Is that just Chicago? What the fuck happened in fucking Chicago? One there. They were not even at the same time. These two were. No, sorry, that one. And that one was at the same time, but at the end of town. What the fuck? We're only called for person shot. fired at police. Crystal Lake, 2 armed robbers occupied within occurred within minutes of each other around 11 p.m. One of the okay, and 33-year-old woman killed in Milwaukee probably because of this fucking shooting, and it's just fucking U.S. Oh my god. Color house was shot at, no injuries reported. 7:40 a.m. stabbing. 7:40 fucking a.m. You had a stabbing. Shoot spotter activation. Shoot spotter. Result of report of assault by a group of 8 to 9. One at 8th and Necklum. Holy shit. And you pay your how much do you pay your officers? Because I want to know. Because the amount of fucking shootings, no fucking wonder your officers are so fucking tense. I mean, everybody's like, oh, why is the police so fucking tense? Look at this fucking map. Look at it. There's nothing good. It looks like you're in a fucking war zone. This is just a normal day in America. I had no idea it was this bad. God. Holy fucking bullshit. You don't hear Biden talking about this, do you? This is Syria. Alright, a lot of stuff happening in Syria. What's going on in Syria? 2 days ago? Alright. Still a lot going on in Syria, obviously. Drones. Turkish artillery units hit points belonging to the YPG in the Tel River region. There's a drone carried out this afternoon. Yeah. Civilians were injured as a result of artillery shelling by pro-IS forces targeting Marat al. Okay, there's a lot of words right there. A Russian fighter jet severely damaged as U.S. A U.S. Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone that was conducting counter-ISIS operations over Syria. Oh, that was about a month ago. Yeah, I remember seeing that. God, the fucking Russians. The fucking Russians. God, I mean, I'm sorry to point that out, guys, but you guys really need to get your country under fucking control, because that is ridiculous. Iran and Syria. The Syrian foreign minister met in Tehran today on Monday, July 31st. That's not exactly recent news, but okay. You got a new one up here. They got Russia up here, apparently now. I've seen Russia up here for a while. Yeah, they're doing that. Is there any other news from Russia? No, mostly over here. There's an explosion here. One plane damaged as a result of the Ukrainian drone attack in the Merfield airfield in Najaf region. Russian Minister of Defense. All right. Well, that's pretty much what you got there, guys. No wonder the U.S. the people in the U.S. feel a bit unsafe. I mean, looking at a map from the U.S., that was not like old news. That was pretty much today alone. I mean, that's a wow, guys. That's really that's insane. I mean, living in Denmark, that's quite insane, guys. Fucking Christ. I don't want to show you a video from Niger. I want you to take a look at a flag that's been flown. Look at that. What flag do you think that is? That's in Niger, by the way. I'll give you a reason as to why we're going into Niger. Give you a reason as to why we're actively wanting to go into Niger. You don't need much else, do you? It just, Yeah, exactly, Rose. It's North Korea. That's a By the way, if you ever see this is Niger flag. It looks a bit like Indian, but wait, no, is that? It is, isn't it? Well, oh yeah, it is. And also another thing, look who that is. Who do you think that is? It's quite bad quality, but who do you think it is? What do you think that is? Give you a guess here, guys. Who do you think it is? I'll give you a hint. He's bald. He's from Russia. And he is pretty bad. Ooh, what do you think it is? Who do you think it is? Well, I'll give you a guess again. It's fucking Putin. We got a Russian flag in the background there as well. We have they're against the actually a ton of Russian flags. Yeah, exactly. It's Putin. Looks like we got a French flag in the background. Yeah, bunch of new Niger flags or Nigeria flags or Niger or however you want to say it. Niger flags, Russian. And they're liking the Russians. The reason why they like the Russians is because the Russian is anti-West, and they want to be anti-West. Why? Because of France. France? Why say France? Because France has fucked us in the fucking ass. Why have they done that? I'll tell you why. Because they keep keeping on to their old capitalist, fucking colonial rule, right? Outstanding. Thousands rally Niger Putin protests and the signs down with ECOWAS to raise Africa is the fall of it. Well, that's not entirely true, but here you go. They're saying this is a better picture of what was happening there. This is Russian against with the Niger. They like the factor here, and they like Putin. They see him as actually, I would actually agree to the fact that they see him as an actual fucking god. But you can't blame the people for seeing him as a person. And you know, people always point out the fact they're like, how can they do that? They're assholes. Imagine you being under the rule of a France who doesn't really give a shit about you, who still taxes you like hell. The reason why you're fucking poor is because of France. I mean, eventually you're gonna realize that maybe, just maybe, it's not working out anymore. France will transfer 700 troops to the south of Libya, threatening Niger and Chad at the same time. In the context of the growing tensions in the southern Libya, the French army decided to send additional troops to the Al-Wai air base. At the moment, the base is under control of the Libyan National Army, led by Haftar. As a result of the decision, the number of French military personnel at the base has increased to 400 people. However, according to the preliminary data, France plans to increase this number to 1,000 troops. The decision may be related to the possibility of military interventions in Chad, which is located south of Libya. In addition, the strengthening the French military presence in the region may indicate preparations for a new operation in western Libya with the active support of France. Moreover, the deployment of the French army in southern Libya considered with preparation of ECOWAS in invasion of neighboring Niger. Exactly. We'll get you the... We also see a French Airbus heading... It's in Chad now. There's a French Airbus in Chad. No, sorry, not Chad. What's that called? It's called, what? Cote. Yeah. Don't know. Obviously, Libya. This is Libya. This is Niger. I'm 900% sure this is Libya. I'm not great with African countries, but this is Libya, and this is Niger, and we got the other countries here. So they're looking from a perspective of being able to attack from here and here alongside ECOWAS possibly attacking from here. All France need to do was attack from here, which is, you know, another point of view. Guys, Do I need to say more? Do I need to say more? Sorry about saying fucked in the ass. That's a little bit. That's very graphic. I'm sorry. That's I mean to say it like that. It was just slipped out. It may have been a little bit graphic. That was very graphic. I'm sorry. That was maybe not what I should have said. Claim ship launch strategic cruise missiles test. Oh, North Korea claims ship launch strategic cruise missiles test. I swear to God, you know, I do note the factor that Kim is everywhere. By the way, I'm pretty sure this ship right here is actually one of the ones that they captured from. I believe there's at least one of the North Korean ships that's actually from, I believe, the Korean Wars, which is the 1950s. They then stole from the U.S. after it got shipwrecked or something like that, and they stole it and they then kept it as a souvenir. Kim Jong oversees cruise missile launches. Yeah. So this is just coming in here. North Korea, this is about an hour ago, inspects cruise missile launch aboard warship the Jerusalem Post. So this is one of the things that's happening here. Obviously, this is just, again, war posturing and posturing in general. They like to posture. Huge resources they're carrying. Had some business to take care of. Fair enough. Huge resources they're carrying to Iran and North Korea from war military, taking out 1950 T-54s and T-55s, raiding prisons for soldiers to send to the meat grinder superpower. Yeah. This is what people call a superpower, guys. Oh yeah, get ready to laugh. I am Russia. I cannot button my shirt. It is too small. I can definitely not button my shirt. I can actually button my shirt. I'm just very skinny. I am possibly the best looking of all these guys. I just look dumb. Before the invasion. Damn. Looking big. 1 week after the invasion. Still going alright. 3 weeks after the invasion. 5 weeks after the invasion. Fuck's sake. I want to die. Quick laughing. We're a superpower. Oh, look, a toilet. Blit brigade. I want to die. Okay, quit laughing. We're a superpower. Yeah. Oh, look, a toilet. I haven't seen that one in a while. I haven't seen that one in a while. I haven't seen a proper toilet. Most of the Russian forces haven't even seen a proper toilet in a while. While the Ukrainians are fighting with modern kitchens, like literally transportable kitchens to the front. At least there's one brigade that has that, but they're working on it. Great conditions. Coming out from whatever. Okay, so that French Airbus just landed in Kote. I wonder what it's doing there. Yes. Let me guess. Nothing? No. Wrong. It's posturing. They're doing it. I believe that if France has the chance to take over and colonize once more, it's going to do it. The reason why is because they don't not like to have a lot of stuff. And pointer is, the France is realizing if it can take over some areas, gain some power, it can go back to exactly where it used to be. Oh, hello. What are you doing? That is a United States military Black Hawk. Not very far from the, it's about 1,000 feet in the air. That is not far from the, border. Look at that. That is not far from the border. Have you seen that? A Black Hawk near North Korea. Wow. Wowzers. Impressive. It's just impressive. Have you seen it? It's impressive. It's not on Flight Trader. It's not on Flight Trader, but it's on 88SB. Still got a Russian plane taking off from China. Still going places. To turn off its transponder. Where are you going? Are you not moving anymore? You turned off your transponder? Did you? Did you not? Did you? Come on. Don't turn off your transponder. I'm gonna need you. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Hey, if that's not an implication of something. They don't usually fly a Black Hawk just upside the border here. They don't usually do that. That's not every day you're gonna see a Black Hawk flying in this area over here, but it's happening. It's going on. They may just be doing exercises. I mean, North Korea is doing exercises. They want to be doing exercises. Is it wrong? No, it's great. Well, anyways, guys, I think I am gonna end the stream here because I was originally planning on streaming, but yeah, not a lot of other things happening, and we may cover what's going on. If you didn't hear, please go back in the video. You may get to see what I was talking about in the front of the video here. Otherwise, there was not a lot happening over there as well. Anything else other than that? The FSB is in favor of the recognition of Shogun and Gerasimov. Is reported by the Bonga agency. Sources say that the hardliners and FSB supported the demands of Prigozhin, who insisted on the change of command. In addition to Swarovski, in addition, the Slovakia suggested that Putin should start fighting Ukraine more aggressively, declare martial law and full-scale mobilization. Pretext to do what? Airstrike by Russian Air Forces are reported at the target of mountain precision occurring in the alright. Their space shit's crunched. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Russian space, thing crashed. At least 2 Russian Telegram channels reporting Robot Tiny has fallen to Ukrainian forces this evening. You go, Ukraine. You go, girl. You go. Russian forces are reporting, this is from Voice Defender, that their forces have withdrawn from the settlement of Robotany and Zaporizhia region, with the Ukrainian elements now said that they have liberated at least 50% of the town and has entered the central sector. You go, girl. Now, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a